United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. This meeting of April 27, 2026 was included in the meeting notice sent to the Courier News on January 5, 2026, posted on the bulletin board at Borough Hall on that date, and remain continuously posted and required. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the Borough Clerk. A roll call, please, Carla.
Councilman Rice.
Here.
Council, Vice President Engelhardt.
Here.
Councilwoman Cesar.
Here.
Councilwoman Hubbard.
Here.
Councilman Levitt.
Here.
Council President Parker.
Here.
And Mayor Carroll.
Here, we have two proclamations, just to approve, honoring Michael Gianoris, the Eagle Scout Service Project and dedication to 265. And the second honoring Jonathan Harvey for his Eagle Scout Service Project and dedication to 265. Michael Gianoris actually was with our Union Police for a while. Can I have a motion, please? Your second,
Earl second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I don't have a, sorry, I'm a little, I had a, not a very pleasant funeral today, so I, attended, I, really don't have a report, if there's anything that I said to report on, I will, do so, but right now, not in my head. So council reports, Councilman Parker.
I actually don't really have anything to speak except that, and Trent will talk about this thing, participated in that. And also met with the pre-con meeting for the construction, which will in our thing today, resolution today for the courthouse square. Because we're coming to an end here, coming to an end. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman Levitt.
Thank you very much.
Can you guys open your microphone?
Since our last meeting, we did a cleanup of a streamless stream cleanup that went very well, which yes, Council President Parker participated in with me and I did a fine job, I'll say.
Well, thank you.
We cleaned up a lot of trash. It looked a lot better.
Pretty bad.
While we were there, came up with the excellent idea to suggest that we put some garbage cans out in that area on Broad Street. So we did that. There are new, I believe there are new garbage cans on Broad Street near Teresa's and in last site. Hopefully that will reduce the number of beer bottles that end up on the site, ideally. Let's see, we celebrated Arbor Day with the Shade Tree Commission over at Rufus. We had a nice little tree-planting ceremony. Yes, and I also attended that pre-construction meeting for the street closer for the fancy decorative crosswalk. We'll be getting an intersection at Port Street and Main Street. Discuss it when it's time to vote for that on the agenda. Just your usual reminder that there will be another borough cleanup day with the Environmental Commission on May 30th. I know.
Where is that, Trent?
All over the place. We'll talk about that later. Also, I don't know if anybody else planned on mentioning this one as well, but I believe we have the town-wide yard sale this weekend, correct?
Yes.
And if anybody would like to be on the list that we send out and distribute at one of the featured sites, please email our borough clerk. Yes, Carl?
There's only like 5 people so far.
Well, maybe we'll get some cash. Let's see, where was that? If you got the bills list this week, the Excel spreadsheet version, I have Mr. Hanson to put the departments on the list, which he was able to do, and I think this will make it much easier to understand and track where things are going every week. And lastly, I had somebody reach out to me and ask if we could do a more formal pride flag raising at Borough Hall this year. And I, of course, said, sure, why not? I will run it by the rest of the council. And current plan would be just to something simple 30 minutes prior to our first council meeting in June. Small gathering, say a few words, raise a flag, and keep doing that if nobody is opposed to such an idea.
Trent, is that June 1st? Or is
I think it would be. I mean, we can go about it however we want to, but
technically starts June first.
It does start June 1st.
The Friday, the whole month, this whole month, right?
Yeah, sure, it'll be up for the whole month.
And it should be the
Well, they-
first meeting in June.
Well, yeah, the
I
first
think
meeting.
it suggested that we do the ceremony sometime in early June.
Yes.
That was all right.
First meeting in June.
That was it, thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Herbert.
Yes, good morning. I'm in outer space. Good evening, everyone. First, not sure if anyone else is gonna bring this up, but we got an invitation as council to march in the county's 250th anniversary parade. I am interested to see, is everyone interested in marching in that?
I actually put everybody down.
Okay.
Good.
And the borough employees as well.
School board, FRSD school board meeting is coming up later this week. Parking committee met on, is going to meet on the 6th of May. I wanted to ask Mayor, so we can determine which professionals really need to attend and where we can save on professional fees. Can we see an agenda in writing like the Friday before, which would be the May 1st?
Sure.
Okay, great. Communications, I'm still working on sorting out calendar availability. Apparently the three of us live on separate planets when it comes to schedules. So we'll continue to work on that. For the website. Library board met last Friday, April 17th. The elevator repair, short-term elevator repair is on tonight's agenda, and it is, as we discussed in a previous meeting. Also on tonight's agenda is a resolution to basically ratify the library's already signed resolution to hire a part-time library assistant. Sounds like he's going to be a great addition. He's worked for the library as a kid, and sounds like he's very passionate about it. Also at that meeting, the 2026 salary and wages resolution was passed. Carla, have you received any or all of these resolutions from Jane?
I think I received that one. I know I received the one for set.
Little tree work was done for safety. There was a tree that had been leaning on an overhead line for quite some time, so that's been taken care of. And the library is starting to kick off improvements to be paid by library bequests, such as refinishing hardwood floors and molding on the second floor, painting the second floor room outside of where the historical society is, and painting much needed painting for the downstairs restrooms. That is all I have to report from the library board. My last committee to speak to is the Cardinal Redevelopment Committee. I want to address my fellow committee members, Mayor and Adrian. I'd like us to work together on driving progress and transparency in this redevelopment. It has been 2.5 months since we met, and there has been no forward progress on the project, not even a baby step. And our taxpayers are not happy with the property sitting unused, especially at such a highly visible entrance to the borough. We owe it to them to step up our efforts to speak to the property owner. I'm proposing that all three of us engage in a steady communication campaign to impress upon the owner the need for a meeting with the entire committee before the end of May. That would mean each of us telephoning and emailing with each other and our redevelopment attorney on CC. Not only the owners, but their attorneys and anyone else we can connect with them through every possible channel. I recommend that we would start this week, phoning and emailing once this week, 3 times next week, and then daily for as long as it takes to get him to respond and come to the table. The taxpayers deserve the Cardinal Redevelopment project to be treated with urgency and persistence, and I need your help. That is all from me tonight.
So just to be clear, the redeveloper does not own the property. It is still privately owned and he has it under first right of refusal. to be clear.
Apologies for the.
Having conversations with the owner when he's got somebody who controls the property for several more months,
Mayor, can I correct myself first?
yes.
So I was mistaken in the terminology I was using. The person I'm referring to is the gentleman in Ohio who is planning to do the project.
Okay. I do not feel comfortable discussing redevelopment projects in public because they are always a potential litigation issue. So I cannot respond to anything about communicating with the redeveloper. I'm not comfortable doing that in a public setting.
Then I'll just close with requesting an executive session for.
But you saw my email about the communications that I have made to him.
And
So I will call a redevelopment committee meeting with our redevelopment attorney. For as soon as he can make it, and everybody else can be coordinated to do that, as well as the other one as well, because he's been trying to get in touch with those owners. Okay,
so, just to be clear, you're gonna schedule a redevelopment committee meeting
correct,
with, Chris Walrath
correct,
in the near future.
correct,
Okay,
okay,
thank you.
anything else?
No.
Okay, Councilwoman Pissarro?
Oh, boy. Thank you, Mayor. Attended the fire, the fire department board, last Tuesday. Regarding the June 14th, 250th parade, I need to have a discussion with both OEM and fire department replacement coverage. There is a slight issue with making demands on time when people are all volunteers. As well, Ken McCormick, fire marshal, just advised that there was a minor issue with sprinkler system and one small storage area of the hotel that's pending, and I know that he is working to get that covered. Next, I'm sorry, very tired today. Environmental committee. One of the councilmen, Levitt, he had found that an abject payment that was supposed to be going to the environmental community, the shade tree, he moved quickly to get that moved back. They're supposed to do that tiny payment, but it's ours, so good job. We have had a discussion about the lighting ordinance that's been put in place, and I would say it was pretty vociferous, pretty open discussion. I'm not sold on putting anything forward to the council from the community until after the hotel's open, so we can have an understanding of how much light impact that's going to have when it's fully open and those apartments are fully rented. They bringing garbage cans on Broad Street. Another point of discussion was a few additional places in town that could benefit from some of the smaller garbage cans you guys would see on the telephone poles and power poles. And then Brian McNally, so OEM coordinator. He's got a lot that he wants me to share with you guys today, so. To it. As we enter May, residents are reminded to take time to review their personal emergency preparedness. May 3rd through 9th is Emergency Preparedness Week nationally. With seasonal risks such as severe storms, flooding, and extreme heat approaching, now is a good opportunity to update emergency plans, check supplies, and ensure enrollment in the borough's alert system. Preparedness at home remains a critical first step in community resilience. OEM will be pushing out more info for Preparedness Week to encourage emergency preparedness. We are currently conducting the biennial review of the borough's emergency ops plan. Department heads, along with some members of council, may be called on to assist in updating various annexes and operational and administrative components. And for those members of the council, I have a note back to Brian in what functional groups or what council members will need to be engaged in that. I don't want to catch you guys by surprise and have it be a last minute need for you to respond. The Emergency Operations Plan, or EOP, is a state required document that outlines how the borough prepares for, responds to, and recovers from emergencies. It defines roles and responsibilities, establishes coordination with county and state partners, and includes hazard-specific plans for incidents such as severe weather, hazardous materials, and public health emergencies. This review ensures the plan remains current and effective. Residents should also begin planning for upcoming road closures associated with community events. Tends to happen in the summer, but significantly the Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 25th, and then the 250th anniversary parade celebration on Sunday, June 14th. And on the training front, members of the Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, will attend the statewide New Jersey CERT workshop this upcoming weekend in Middlesex County. This annual training includes classroom sessions and full-scale exercise focused on interagency coordination, incident management, and hazard response, helping strengthen readiness both locally and statewide. In addition, all CERT members have recently completed traffic certification in traffic incident management, and this enhances their ability to safely assist at roadway incidents and support traffic operations during emergencies and planned events. And that it is it. That's it.
Thank you very much. Agor.
Sure, thank you. So since it's okay with you, Tony, for FCP, I just wanted to mention that the vendor registration is now live. Deadline's May 15th for the Corn, Beer and Tomato Festival. And seeing Jeremy out in the audience, I'll remind everybody that this Thursday, right? This Thursday is the next Lyceum Society lecture. So thanks for the reminder by your face. Bike plan, the county bike plan, the last session is next Monday at 6:30 in the evening, building 1 at the county. If anybody is interested in the county bike plan, I think Trent went to one of the other sessions, but if you're interested in biking around town and what the county has in mind for us from a master plan standpoint, that's something you might want to think about attending. And are you gonna mention the budget for high school? Okay, so tonight at 6 o'clock is the budget meeting for the high school district. So you might want to go back and take a look at that since it's a parallel meeting. And I'm just gonna kindly remind everyone on the council to remind all of your volunteers and appointees on your committees to fill out your financial disclosures by April 30th. You're welcome, Carla. I always remember because it's near my birthday, so I do it. It's like, let's see. Sorry, and I rescheduled because it was delayed. I mentioned last year there was a request to reconsider. It's called the IMC. It's kind of a parallel to the IBC building code, but it's for maintenance. And we were asked to consider to adopt the state version of the IMC as opposed to our municipal ordinance, which is basically, it covers, it's not as robust, let's say. So that meeting is rescheduled for the week of May 11th. So we're going to bring that back up again now that we can move that forward. And Ken McCormick, our fire marshal, we've been struggling with the DCA for at least a year regarding housing inspections. We pay essentially the state. Marcia, correct me if I'm wrong. We pay the state for the SLC HIP, and we have not been able to get it. Ken has been, every time he requests inspections, they aren't coming and doing their job. So either they need to come and do their job as the state, or we need to handle this ourselves. And
We did have a guy, but he never showed up.
Exactly. So Ken has kind of raised the issue again. He did make some progress, so I am happy to report that.
Is it a county or state?
It's state. It's through the DCA. But we don't necessarily have to go through them if they're failing to do their jobs.
Right.
So,
So we did hire somebody to be paid hourly when he did the inspections, but he wasn't doing the inspections.
exactly.
By the way, Susan, I did talk to Mikey Sherrill's office about Ken's issue with that system.
Great. That was the other thing, yeah.
Yeah, I actually talked to them and they're checking into it and it's supposed to get right back to me. And he's been pretty responsive on some other things that I've asked them to do. So just so that you know, I didn't forget that.
Great, thank you.
What is that system?
It's a system that Ken McCormick has to go in and when there's like permits or something like that. For some reason, it's giving us everybody that has a Flemington address as opposed to just the borough. And so he's got to go back through and sort it all out, and then they got, it just takes them a lot of time, it's just unnecessary, and for some reason, they can't. They're having a problem with trying to isolate it and just make it ours, and it's costing them a lot of time.
And money,
And
and it
money.
costs Raritan and Ringo
So
and
they're-
everybody else the
So I
same amount.
brought it up to Mikey Sherrill to.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're working on that, to make that, to get, they're trying to understand what's going on.
We're literally double dipping. I think I
Yeah.
mentioned it a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
They're literally double dipping.
And they
It
understand
takes us an hour and then it gets kicked back to the
Mhm.
state, then Raritan has to do their own job. And so it's not like we're even doing shared services, all of us municipalities.
Yeah.
So it's really something that the 6 mailing
Yeah.
addresses for Flemington
Yeah.
could actually do together, work together to get the
As
state
soon
to
as-
get
as soon as
their
they get
their
back to me,
acting.
then I'll report on, and I'll let Ken know.
Ken's been struggling with this for a year and 3 months
I
now.
just didn't know it was
Yeah.
that long.
Yeah, no, it's
Listen to the tablets on the fire department trucks too. Us cops there.
Say that one more time?
It pulls into the tablets on the fire department trucks.
Well, that's
So they have
communication.
tablets there, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Creates a lot of issues.
Okay.
So thank you.
All
Yeah,
right, you're
don't
welcome.
worry. And I'll let you guys know.
Okay, so my last thing on the agenda is, and I won't take too, my report, I won't take too much time, but I do want to echo Beth's comments regarding the redevelopment committee that Adrian and the mayor and myself are on for Captiva. I think Beth is right on the money in that we need to make sure that, for example, if there's a communication between the attorney and the mayor, that the attorney is CCing us on it. And I appreciate, Mayor, you getting a schedule with them ASAP, since it has been almost 10 weeks now since we met middle of February. But more importantly, I want to make sure that, because it's been so long and the committee hasn't met, I want to make sure that we're understanding what the attorney has billed us for the last 8 to 10 weeks and what exactly they've done, how much time they've spent, and I want to make sure that we ask them at our meetings for an accounting of their if in any bills that we've had in the last 10 weeks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, just a reminder on that project, since that's public knowledge over at the planning board. They have an extension until September 1st from the planning board, because they have DEP, FEMA issues, and they are trying to get permits to DEP and FEMA, and they are an extension until September with the planning board. So again, that's public information from the planning board, where they had their public hearing by the planning board. They granted that last September, 1-year extension. And so again, there's not a lot we can do with that project.
So, Mayor, because of that extension until September 1st, there's really nothing we can do to push it until the planning board gets that feedback from DP.
Other than asking them if they've heard anything from FEMA,
Yeah,
there's really, again,
there's really
I
nothing
mean,
we can do.
the planning board granted them a 1-year extension. At the council's recommendation that redevelopment land use law basically says if they have a really good reason regarding permits or whatever, there's really no way a governing body or a planning board can withhold that extension. And the fact that they are trying and have been working on getting permits through FEMA. They came to the planning board, they did everything they were supposed to, and it was granted unanimously.
Okay.
So,
And just so that you guys keep bringing up fund and budgeting in a little bit, you guys all got an email. Me requesting Bill provide hourly rates and what's actually been billed to the council, so you guys should get all that information in preparation for the next budget meeting. So we should have.
Councilwoman Engelhardt has the floor. Anything else, Councilwoman?
No, just reiterating, we haven't had an update with the exception of the one email that we got last week regarding those two sites, respectively, Beth and I. And I would like to get another meeting on the books with our attorney. We haven't had one since February 12th, I think.
Mhm.
And it's now April.
Well, I'm
Right.
reluctant to have meetings with an attorney if there isn't a lot to report or anything to report. And so, again, he sent at least one letter out to their attorney asking them for an update with FEMA and hasn't received anything. And I have not had any communication with him or emails with him other than when he sent me a copy of that letter.
Could
So,
we have a copy? Can I have a copy of that letter, please, as a committee member?
yeah, you want a copy of this?
Mhm.
Okay, sure. We're all sending it to you. No problem. Anything else? Anything else?
No, I'm fine.
Councilman Arias.
Yes, thank you. All right, guys, so just a couple of things, for the Fleming House, we had, fifth grade visits are happening, going on right now. I actually volunteered on the 20th, for my 8:30, 11:30 shift. It was pretty cool. It was a rough start, but had some help from other volunteers, you know, I was in fifth grade when I first did it too, so funny how that works, you know. Never expected myself to do volunteer, to do the teaching of all the, what was it,
First graders, right?
yeah.
The fifth grade.
Yeah, that's fine, that's all. Painting and renovations are finally being done in the house. I know we're supposed to get that done by the 15th, but been pretty bad weather with all the rain, just cold weather, really couldn't get going. Finally going on now. Moving on to HPC. We have the house tours again on June 6th. We're just looking for anyone to volunteer, help out there. The 29th, they're actually doing a volunteer information session at the Cook's House, 39 Pennsylvania Avenue. For anyone that's interested, we'd like to go for information on that. And I also have Richard here, just in case, because I know we're gonna do a public hearing on the HPC ordinance. If you guys have any questions, he's there to help you out. And moving on, I have the just on Parks and Rec. Last thing there, I just kind of want to get a day down for a park cleanup, because I know every year we do one there. I did one last year, and I kind of want to get back on into that this year. Now that the weather's getting a little better, a little nicer. Get people to come out, check the fairy trail out, and use the new park equipment as well. So yeah, and that's about it. Thank you.
Before we move on, Councilwoman Herbert, since you asked about having an agenda for the parking committee, are you going to have the 15-minute sign inventory finished for that meeting?
Not yet.
So you won't have it ready for the,
agenda.
okay, okay.
Thanks for checking.
Okay, public comment session number 1. Anybody from the public wishing to make a comment, you have 3 minutes. You can stay till public comment period number 2 is the one at the end of the meeting. Please come forward, state your name and address to the record.
How you doing? Steve Bossio, 15 Abbott Court.
Jared Long, 8 Abbott Court. Good evening, Mayor, Council, Mr. Lucini, Paula, good to see you. We're here as the ambassadors of Abbott Court, small little street in town that I'm sure folks are aware of. And we just wanted to tonight reiterate publicly a petition that we were able to put together. Steve did a lot of the work and I tailored some of the more specifics, and we both got pretty much the entire neighborhood with the exception of one home to sign off on. Hopefully, perhaps getting Abbott Court on the radar as far as a priority for the Department of Public Works. I will again share the photographs that I did share in an email, because I had another one that I forgot to include.
Did you guys get our email?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we got the petition and the signatures and the pictures.
How do you spell your last name?
Thank you.
Bossio, Bossio. I-O, yeah. It's actually pronounced both.
Jeremy, did you forward this to Mike Campion?
No,
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I will tomorrow.
no, I was.
And Mike's been great.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I need him to come and like patch up some holes, him and his crew come immediately. It's beyond aesthetics. It's a little bit of a safety concern. Water just pools. I mean, you need storm drains. You know, our aprons are all getting chewed up. Our sidewalks are all breaking apart. I mean, Brandon's mom lives directly next to me and you've seen it. I mean, I even encourage everybody just to drive down the road and see how terrible the road is. So, I mean, even the DPW says that they need.
That was me. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Down last night.
Yeah.
And the pictures, you know, we tried to put some pictures together to do it some justice, but you really gotta see it.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
It does
Yeah.
it does look different. I mean, it looks pretty bad in the pictures, but it's really striking in real life.
Yeah.
So as you can see, as Steve mentioned, the curves are just banged completely apart. This past winter, you guys know, it was pretty bad. And we're here, you know, friendly. We're not coming here with a list of angry demands. We just, you know, as Steve said, we have pooling and there's literally no storm drains. People's aprons are a wreck as far as, you know, we bottom out. My own driveway bottoms out a bit and I've had to put boards there to stop that. But you know, it's beyond cold patching at this point. You know, we've got some serious structural issues on Abbott. And it's one of those streets where as I stated in the email, it's not a through. You can't get through there. It's a dead end street. And it doesn't get a lot of traffic, quite honestly. So it's a tight little street. But I know that having been in, you know, with somebody in a snow cat and actually hitting the curb, it happens. It's not like people are doing this willy-nilly. It's just something that happens during the snowstorms. And now you're seeing, you know, I don't know, 60, 70 years, right? Worth of.
I mean, at least, I mean, Margaret, Yaka, who I guess has been there forever. I think she said 30 years, nobody's come down and done anything to the road.
Has it been on, have you talked to DPW at all?
Oh, I talked to Mike a lot.
Well, you talked-
Yeah.
I just trying to understand, I'm sorry, I
It's-
understand where you are,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
understand with the communication so that if Mike put that on his.
Priority list is.
Right,
Yeah,
that's my concern, do you know if it's on his priority?
I don't think so.
No, well, that's why we're
The
here.
DPW priority list has not changed from last year's.
Okay.
So, which is why I haven't brought a new one to anybody, because it's the exact same list and, you know, it targets the really large roads that are heavily traveled and need underground water and sewer lines as well. So the priority list includes outstanding Shield Avenue River Township that hasn't been finished since we put in the new water tank years ago. Part of Main Street that goes from traffic light at Church down to Chorister Place, which is the last section on Main. It has 100-year-old sewer and water systems. Mine Street, which is the next major street that hasn't been touched in 80 years for sewer and water. Complaints on Worker in Place and North, which were pulled and not done 3 years ago because that bond ran out of money, or the grant from the state ran out of money, and the thoroughfares were more important to the DPW. The repairs down at the corner at the traffic light on North Main Street that are under orders from the EPA to address our flooding down there. So, and then we have PFAS system, which is also under orders from the EPA through the DEP to address the chemical plastic forevers, making sure they're cleaned out of our well system, and that's millions of dollars. So the little streets get pushed unless we can find grant money. for that.
But that said,
My-
hold on. Again, we keep kicking a can down the road and then it's only gonna exacerbate the problem because it will start affecting sidewalks and it will start affecting this. And then we've got to go this, I think the thing to do is how much will it cost to get this done? That's the first question to ask. What does it involve? What did it take? How much is it? Yes, everything's important, but I do agree that if this has been something that's been going on and that street hasn't been touched for 30 years or whatever the case may be, there's an issue. There is an issue.
30 plus.
Yeah, I just have no patience. I mean, you know me well enough. I have no patience with saying this, because of the, let's ask some questions. One, I will go back and ask Mike how much it will cost to get this done. And as we're going through our budget meeting, we will talk about it. We're not gonna just dismiss it. We will talk about it.
So we have a DPW subcommittee meeting on Friday. And there's Councilman Trent of it, Councilman Brandon Rice and I are on that. And we'll talk to him then. Please understand, you asked about the priority list. I was merely explaining, not telling you were gonna get it, but how they developed that list and why they're their priorities.
Sure.
They're big projects with thousands of cars on those roads daily, which is why Portland, which was slated, there was grant money in a bundle that was approved by this council to do, and it didn't happen. Because the money got all sucked up by Dewey Road, Dewey Court instead, so never happened.
And can I, just my sales pitch here,
Please.
you take care of Abbott Court, you don't have to worry about it for a very long time. Honestly,
Forever.
street.
We'll mention that to Mike as
For
well.
all my lifetime, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, our neighborhood's what, 1956?
I think my house is 57, so yeah.
Yeah, it's 56, 57, you know, that's it. So that's all, I mean, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just,
We'll definitely take
Thank
it
you for
under-
listening and it.
Can I ask? Cause
Please.
it was on my, it's related, and the mayor brought it up and, that 5-year plan that, the DPW issued to us the last 3 years, we got a spreadsheet, with that on, and I know the mayor said it hasn't been updated. There is a few projects on that 5-year plan that were executed last year, correct? So maybe at the meeting on Friday, maybe we could ask them to update it, even if it's just shifting, if nothing was done, then that 5-year plan needs to be updated at least with the date, so.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If we could have an updated 5-year
I
plan,
did ask them 2 months ago, but I don't know if they planned.
Right.
But yeah, it's no-
it's something that's become, it's something that, I believe, Mayor, you started 3 years ago, or, when you first got on, and it was very helpful then, it's been helpful every year, but we haven't gotten one yet this year, so I'd like to see that updated. When we find a grant, I know who's gonna write it, and yeah, I mean, I full disclosure, Jeremy and I, have kids about the same age, and we carpool sometimes to track, and your road's awful, like, it is, it's awful, it's really bad, and because it's a dead end, it probably doesn't get the kind of attention that others do. But we need to find some time in the budget for it in the next X amount of years. I don't know when, and of course, no promises, but let's start with the 5-year plan and see where we go from there.
So I'll be looking for Councilman Labette and Councilman Arias, especially because he lives there, or his family lives there. To really work with the mayor.
yeah,
Drive's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's only gotten worse. The things I
Yeah.
haven't gone back to, like, I go every couple months to my mom's house or something like that, and it's it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
this is the worst it's been.
Just today.
Oh, definitely.
I was like, sure.
Yes, I was,
Yeah.
when to complete my statement, I think that
Sorry.
you should push for that list to make sure we're supporting the mayor at that meeting on Friday.
I was focused on Friday,
What's that?
no, it's next.
Well, even if it's next week,
Well,
like,
I-
after
I
that,
will
we're,
have that conversation.
that you guys are making off on this
We'll get
request.
it updated, I'll
Post it on the website too.
Mhm.
yeah, I'll have him, I'll have Mike take a look
Good
at the
idea.
dates and stuff.
This is not a major issue, trust me.
Mhm.
But one of our neighbors had mentioned, Abbott has 2 different spellings. If you look at Abbott Court, the sign, it's got 1 T.
Mhm.
If you get the mail, it's 2 Ts.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I give my address out to people, I say ABBOTT.
What's on your deed?
Oh, that's.
Good question, I don't know.
And in maps, it actually does 2
It
Ts.
does 2 Ts.
Yeah.
What's on your deed?
It might just be a sign replacement, that's key.
Perhaps, but I want to be careful. Historically, Abbott may have been somebody important in town, and spelled with 1 T, so I don't want to.
Okay.
besmirch the memory of whomever that is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Dan?
I don't think
It's
so.
probably not on the historic, it's after our significance.
I think probably the guy who built the houses and named it after himself or his mother or something.
So I think we're asking for 2 Ts. If, I mean, I know we're asking a lot here, but I just wanna tag that.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Right, can I just ask one, so that did you say the 5-year road improvement plan is on the?
No, it should be.
It should be.
Oh, okay.
For residents to see.
While we're waiting for the revised one, will someone please share with me a copy of the existing one, cause I wasn't here
I'm
last
gonna
year.
get it out to everybody. I'll have Mike updated, get it out to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Ally got her hand up.
okay, we're on.
Allowed to talk.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, name and address for the record,
Okay.
please.
Allie Norton, 29 East Main Street. I wanted to give a quick FID update. The first thing that I wanted to share with everyone is that I have been out and about meeting with lots of different businesses. I met with 5 prospective business owners who are looking for space. I met with 4 new businesses in the borough. And I also popped in the last couple of weeks into 40 existing businesses as we continue to update our list and our database. And I also have 2 employees who have been helping to confirm email addresses and locations for me. The second thing is the FID approved 6 grants for our small businesses in the borough at our last meeting. Those are for different events or activations that will drive foot traffic and economic development in the borough. And the last thing I wanted to share about the business side is we have a new format for grand openings so that they are a little more pre-planned and we can give more time to our council members from the county government, as well as FID board members to attend. Our next one will be on May 14th at Mia Art on Main. I will send more information to all of you. And we have 3 additional grand openings that we're going to be doing in the coming weeks. I did hear, Susan, thank you, about Corn Tomato Beer. The vendor applications are open. I am working very hard on finalizing the sponsorship packages, working with Langen to get our mapping going and setting up a meeting with the fire department so that we are all set to go way ahead of time with Corn Tomato Beer. The other event update I wanted to give is that our Sip and Strolls kick off on May 21st. It's a new format this year, which is really exciting. There's live music in 4 different locations. We got a social permit, so there's going to be a bar at one end and Lone Eagle at the other. We have lots of activities, including kid drop-off and really focusing on driving both business awareness, but also community spirit at those events. I did apply for a FIFA grant to be one of the local activations for a watch party. Thank you to President Parker and Chief Rotella for their letters of support that were on such short notice, because when that portal opened, I had 4 days to get the entire plan together. And then for the beautification, we have the 6 extra large signs are being picked up on Thursday by DPW from Fast Signs to be put up. And then the last set are going to be printed or covered with vinyl, and we will be wrapping that project up. The outdoor gallery that has not been updated in a few years on Stangel Road, I just sent the final designs over to Flemington DIY, who are partnering on this. We're looking to have it printed and hopefully have a launch party at the May 21st Sip and Stroll, just to continue to add to that community feel for that. And the last thing on the beautification is we are sourcing a new landscaping company to replace the pots and the planters and look for some more self-watering solutions. And I'll have more update on that soon. Final thing, I promise, I hope I'm still under 3 minutes. I know that you guys are going to, sorry, I know you're gonna be talking about the Main Street closure. I have an email ready to go out to all of the businesses that are going to be impacted or nearby. And I just would like for, as you guys are discussing, to think about what we might be able to do for any delivery routes, in particular for Barclays, because they get daily deliveries up Court Street and without a place to turn around there, or Main Street, just trying to figure out what that solution might be. Wondering if, I know there's no through traffic, but there is going to be cars let in. Are people allowed to park for picking up stuff from stores? Because just making everyone aware, we've got May 16th, there's a huge Stangl Spring Market that Lone Eagle and Benchmark are putting on. I know that's on Stangl, but we expect additional traffic. And the tent sales, the first one of the year is on May 17th. Both of those take place during the closure. And I want to make sure that we have some kind of support when those are going on for crossing and parking.
So
Thank
Ally,
you.
Ally, because I know that you could make the meeting, but on the 17th one, that may not be an issue because they may be able to put down the plates so that you can cross. On the Barclay thing, I think you have to, why don't you talk to Jared Motella? Because there might be a workaround in that.
Okay.
So I would just say talk to him.
Okay.
I just want to point out this to the public and to the council. Ally has been in this position since November. And she has accomplished more from November to now than we had with a person was in there for 5 or 6 years. So the bottom line is it was the right thing to do. And here's a person who's just taken off and run, and I have not heard one negative comment about what she's done, who she's doing, interacting in the whole bit. She's bringing businesses in, she's supporting the businesses. I could not be happy. I think we should all really applaud her because she has done a yeoman's job right now.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ally.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else from the public? Okay, anybody else got their hand up? Nope. Okay, to approval of minutes. Number 9 on the agenda, regular session, April 13th, 2026. Can I have a motion, please?
I'm gonna move.
Is there a second? No, second. All in favor? Aye. We have no consent agenda, we have no interdictions like ordinances. We have a bunch of public hearings. Ordinance 2026-08, calendar year 2026 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget cost of living allowance and to establish a cap bank. And the COLA is equal to or less than 2.5% under NJSA 48:4-45-14. Can I have a motion to open up this ordinance to the public?
Sorry, will move.
Is there a second?
April 2nd.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing is now open on ordinance 2026-08. Anybody wishing to speak on this, please raise your hand. Or come up to the microphone. Ally, do you want to talk up? Is that Ally up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think she does.
Ally, do you want to take your hand off? Because you're raised unless you want to talk on this ordinance. Thank you. All right, seeing no one, can I have a motion to close to the public?
April move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-08?
April move.
Is there a second?
Sorry, will second.
Any discussion?
So is this the this is the handicap stuff. I'm sorry.
The cat.
The what?
The cat.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. No,
Okay.
Won't we do our read?
Roll call, please.
Councilman Aries.
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt.
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro.
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert.
Yes.
Councilman Levitt.
Yes.
Council President Parker.
yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2026-09 and ordinance amending 7A traffic schedule to remove a handicap parking spot on Spring Street was requested by the spouse of the former user to remove it, but we have recently received a request from the owner of the building that they have a new tenant who does require one. They were supposed to bring in
They did.
They did bring in their paperwork, so I would like to ask for an indefinite, a permanent tabling on this ordinance, please.
Levitt move.
Is there a second?
Sorry, I'll second.
All in favor to table indefinitely?
Aye.
Thank you. Ordinance 2026-10, an ordinance amending 3 police regulations to regulate bamboo in the borough of Flemington. Can I have a motion to open to the public?
Sorry, I'll move.
Is there a
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the public hearing is now open on ordinance 2026-10. Anybody wishing to speak on this ordinance, raise your hand or come forward to the microphone. Seeing none, can I have a motion to close to the public?
Sorry, I'll move.
Is there a second?
Engelhardt will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have an motion to adopt ordinance 2026-10.
Levitt move.
Is there a second?
Sorry, I'll second.
Any discussion?
I just have a question on this. Is there? Do we have any other, and Chris, maybe this is a question for you. Do we have any other ordinances around plantings?
I don't think so, no, this would be the first.
Okay,
Sometimes tree, but typically bamboo is what people, yeah.
Bamboo is extremely invasive.
And I am
And
so
extreme.
happy for this ordinance. They took 4 truckloads of bamboo out of my yard. And every single day I've got to go and stump bamboo down during the spring. Because it's that
Sometimes,
invasive.
sometimes we see other types of invasive species, but my recommendation for the towns is start with bamboo, enforce it and see.
Everybody, let's just talk. We gotta get this up to the microphone.
So I just said, sometimes we try to look at other invasive species, but I typically recommend that my towns just start with bamboo, see the progress that you have with bamboo, and then you can add other ones in. And the planning board can always require, Mayor and I have had discussions about this, maybe Councilwoman Engelhardt and I have to require things as their approvals with regards to plantings, right? Like those awful pears we talked about there.
oh, the sneaky ones?
Yeah, Mayor was the first one to really tell me about those.
I've been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so you answered the question that was about the follow-up ask, which was, what about other invasive species? And I appreciate your guidance based on your work with other municipalities, so all I have.
And how this goes and then look at some other offenders, but the state has also banned some new ones recently too, some offenders, including Mayor Carroll's pear trees, so.
Could you forward that to myself and Trent perhaps? I think that,
Skateboard one, sure.
Yeah.
It was in the, I saw it in the letter, so
Right.
I'll just pop by.
so you know, what Melissa Swingle found, developed, and then I tried to find a second one, the best one is the Middlesex. Borough, bamboo is really problematic, as you heard from Parker.
I'm just.
You might be one of the people impacted as well, so.
Well, I wanna be clear, my question was not because I question the value of this ordinance. I have seen Tony and Scott out.
Yeah.
And I've had my own experience in past places I've lived, so in no way am I questioning this. I really did wanna understand about the other invasive species and kind of what that roadmap looked like. And that was the question I had for Mr. Corsini, and it's been answered, so thank you, and
And he will send that to us, we will bring it up in the next environment meeting. Sure. I think that's a good
I found
idea.
the article I originally read,
These are causing problems.
Adrian's of some.
Any other discussion? Roll call please.
Councilman Orion?
Yeah.
Council Vice President Engelhardt?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasara? Councilwoman Fasara?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes, yes. Hello, environmental.
Councilwoman Harbor?
yes.
Councilman Levitt?
Yes.
Council President Parker?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-11, an ordinance amending section 1404, establishment of the Historic Preservation Commission of Chapter 14, Planning Board and Historic Preservation Commission, and section 1631, Historic District Review Ordinances of Chapter 16, Design and Performance Standards of the Municipal Code of the Borough of Flemington to comply with the requirements of the Certified Local Government CLG program. Can I have a motion to open to the public?
I shall move.
Is there a second?
Levitt will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ordinance is now open to the public for public comment. Anybody wishing to speak on it, raise your hand or come forward to the microphone. Say your name. Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public?
I just move.
Is there a second?
Levitt will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-11?
I just move.
Quick question,
Well, no, we're on to the
Hold on
question.
one
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Is there a second, please? Thank you, Captain Levitt. Discussion. Councilwoman Fasar.
Yeah, what is the change from where it was previous? It's really a continuation, correct? Get Brandon?
Yeah, you can ask the truth about that.
If you could please, just
Yeah.
make sure that it's a continuation, we're not adding anything new because I looked back to read it.
Yeah, no, it's,
Can you just state your name and
yeah,
position and address?
I'm here as a member of the chair of HPC, I guess, so I'm Richard Giffen, chair of the HPC. I know you will. Hello, I came along just in case there was any questions, so.
Yeah.
So I think you.
So it's a continuation of prior, but with,
No, it's a change. So basically, you passed the resolution that we asked you to pass last year, but we went to SHPO and they didn't like some parts of what was passed. So basically, to obtain CLG, we have to basically apply and have to update our ordinances. And so the ordinance you have today is basically everything you did last year plus a couple of changes. And the main change was that previously with the mayor and Nakala, what we've written previously was that when we approve applications, the chair, me, would issue it straight to the applicant. But SHPO don't like that. SHPO wanted to come from a paid borough employee.
Oh.
So
Paid borough employees wanted to do it, they didn't want that responsibility, that's where.
that was over this
That
next.
was when everything became a hot mess.
so
Yeah.
what happens to those who may have had approvals but are gonna be in the in-between space of approved, coming from you versus coming from, do those residents have to go back through, or those building owners have to go back through?
Oh, so what we've agreed with the mayor and Carla is that basically we'll do all the work. HPC does all the work. We'll draft it and then send it to Carla, and then Carla will send it on. She's happily agreed to do that.
Yes, okay, I
Yeah.
just think like.
So that's the main change in here, which is on the first page, and the rest of it is really the sentence what you had before with a few minor tweaks.
And just for full understanding, what exactly does being a certified local government program?
Good question. I think we have briefed you all before, but it's been many years. So the main thing is once you become certified, only Tewkesbury in Huntingdon County is certified right now. So we'd be the second. We're in a race with Lambertville. They're behind us. So if we become certified, we then become entitled to grants. We have to apply for grants. So things like doing updated surveys for maps. They have like 50,000 per grant available. You have to apply for it, so you can get grants for that. Things like updating our guidelines, and the other big thing they do is they do training. So our historic architect John Hatch, he's on the HPC for another HPC that is already a CLG, so he knows how it works. So he gets training through them, or organizes training from SHPO. So basically, there's a lot more support and a lot more funding that's available, and we're very excited to get it. That's why I'm here tonight to hopefully answer any questions that you've got. But
does that
I get
funding?
your questions on historic, because where I live, from residents about historic than almost anything else, like what's going on with this, but so.
Yeah.
I know this question, I know they read and they pay attention, so make sure I can speak to it intelligently.
No, it's a positive thing, I think. I mean, there's a few more rules we have to follow. We have to report each year annually. And I think we have to fill a form in that we've already started drafting. We have to give things like resumes of all our council members. We have to commit to, we do it anyway. But all our agendas have to be online. All our minutes have to be available, which we are now anyway. So
This will give you guys.
Yeah.
You said you have to get resumes from all the.
From the commissioners, yeah. So we have to.
okay.
So we have to basically, because as part of our ordinances, we have to have these three categories: A, B, and C.
Okay.
We have to demonstrate that all members are appropriate for those categories.
Got it, understood. So when you said funding, so is that funding, like you said for is it for grants and things like that?
Yeah.
Is it also to help homeowners? Is that applicable
No.
to that, or is that something completely different?
That's not.
Okay.
We have asked about that. I think that's very. I think like developers and so regular homeowners, it's tough to get money. I think developers and business owners, it's more possible.
Right, no, I was
But
just
it's not easy.
wondering, I think I knew the answer, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if there was any chance, just because I just know that certain people, as their home gets older, they get older.
Yeah.
It's really hard to refurbish and renovate a whole bit and to keep up with the standards. That would be
Yeah.
my concern. Yeah.
No, we very regularly we are regularly ask John to keep us updated. But you're right. So when we become more CLG, we'll be able to ask those questions, and think things are changing, so if something comes out, we'll be more tuned into being able to help.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Richard, I wanna thank you, cause I know you guys have been working on this for literally before COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And yeah, this has nothing to do with the maps or changing anything. This is just to do with that, we will be eligible, you guys will be eligible for more grants and through this program. It's really something, and I know it went on hold for a few years for that same
Yes.
reason.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate all your work on that. That's it. Thank you.
So once this ordinance is in effect, you will send me everything.
Yes, so it'll be the same, like now I copy you in on email,
Right,
but now I'll be sending you the email and asking you to forward it on. I'll give it to the person, so
Okay.
it'll be hopefully a small piece of work for you.
Richard, as an aside to what Tony mentioned, years ago, they used to have a program through the county that would help people pay for windows in particular, historically accurate windows. Do you know if they still have that? I probably should know, and I don't.
I'm not aware of that. No, I can ask John, but I have asked him regularly to keep us updated on homeowner, because when people come before us, we had one last week where that's the church on Main Street. They wanted to replace the windows, and
Well, there used to be, I don't know if Marcia remembers, but there used to be a program, and I don't necessarily know if John would be familiar with it because it's specifically a Hunterdon County program.
okay,
It doesn't exist anymore, but
It was Robert's ex-wife that ran it.
Yeah, Jen.
Yeah.
okay,
And that program doesn't exist anymore, but there is money for helping people paint their homes or replace gutters, and there is money for that. For people who qualify for some financial assistance through, I believe. I want to say it's through Habitat for Humanity.
okay,
Well, that I've actually gotten a few homeowners in town here connected with Habitat
Yeah.
to help with that,
But not for the historical.
yeah, no, that was the program. I'm wondering.
I think you're just gonna have to do the restoration of your windows one by one. As I've seen it getting done for 10 years, one by one.
I was just hoping that program still was in existence because it was very helpful for years. I know that Frank Bell was retiring last year. I don't know if they replaced a new architect or not. I'm talking about the county architect.
okay.
But he might be, but the county architect, either Frank Bell or whoever replaced Frank Bell, I believe he
Frank is still
retired.
here.
He's
No,
retiring any day.
No.
Last time I spoke to
They
him.
persuaded him to stay
Oh, good.
until June. So he's here.
He might be somebody that the Historic Preservation Commission may want to connect with.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't know who in the county has those programs or still has those programs, he might be able to point in the
Okay.
right direction.
Okay, thanks, yeah, I will reach out.
But, well, I'm glad to hear I'm not glad for him and his family, but I'm glad to see we still have Frank because he's a great architect.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, thank you.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Council Marys,
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt.
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levis.
Yes.
And Council President Parker.
Yes.
We have,
Thank you.
on the regular agenda, resolution 2026-85, resolution appointing Seth Calandro as part-time library assistant at the Flemington Public Library. Can I have a motion, please?
Herbert will move.
Is there a second?
Double second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Marys.
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt.
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
and Council President Parker.
Yes.
I apologize, I should have asked if there was any discussion. Let me do that again. Resolution 2026-86, resolution authorizing the purchase of a used 2004 Chevrolet Tahoe for the Office of Emergency Management. Can I have a motion, please?
Pizarro will move.
Parker made it, Pizarro moved it, seconded it. Any discussion?
I just want to note that the OEM is taking ownership of this, but this is the
It's more.
vehicle that's going to be shared with the building department as well as Carla for running errands and things like that as well. And we thank the OEM for, coordinating that.
Yeah, Brian did a good job.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Marys.
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt.
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasaro,
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
and Council President Parker.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-87, resolution authorizing the closure of Main Street.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What
Brian wanted to talk about that. Is
Yeah.
it too late?
about,
About
The vehicle.
about the OEM vehicle.
why would we want to talk about it when they approved it unanimously?
Brian, we've approved
Because
it.
he said that what Susan said was not correct.
Oh, well then put them on.
Okay.
It might change everybody's vote. This is your peril, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna use it. Brian, I won't let that happen. Keep it moving.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I just a point of order. I just wanted to make sure we were all under the same understanding. The current OEM vehicle that everyone is using now, the
Yes.
Ford Explorer, will transfer over to the borough admin vehicle.
Yes,
The one John.
but the whole point of you approaching us for this was that we have the existing OEM. I misspoke. Thank you for the clarification. Yes.
Yep, no, 100%.
Existing OEM gets shared with the building department and Carla, and this new one is dedicated to you
Or
guys.
OEM and Circle.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for the clarification.
no problem.
Okay.
Okay, I'm kicking you off.
Anybody want to change their mind on their vote? Kidding.
Wait,
Okay,
Wait, hold
where
on.
was I?
9, resolution
I'm
20.
just waiting for Chrome to catch me.
Okay.
Resolution 2026-87, resolution authorizing the closure of Main Street and Court Street for the Union Hotel project on May 11, 2026. It's supposed to be for 7 days.
Yeah.
Can I have a motion, please?
Parker move.
Is there a second
Level second.
discussion?
Yeah, so.
Wait, one at a time, please, for the record.
I think we all-
Councilman Levitt?
Then we can go through why it's happening first, right, that was your question?
Yeah, what is this? Because I think there've been other references to it and
So
there,
there's
what's
essentially a fancy design that is going
Going in for the
in
courthouse.
in front of the intersection of Main Street and Court Street, right? There's gonna be like a nice kind of, is it brick? It might be brick, it's not brick, I couldn't figure it out.
It's like a medallion kind of
It's
thing.
like an inlay kind of in the middle of the street. And they gotta shut the
It
street
was
down so they
required
can.
by the planning board, the second time the Union Hotel project came before them in like 2019 or 2018. So it's part of their resolution compliance, just to
Oh.
put this in.
Okay.
Seriously.
If you look at it, it's kind of like a welcome to.
It's a nice
They-
touch, I guess, it's
It's
not.
a nice
Let's
touch.
maintain
Until we have to redo the
So
road.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying,
mean-
that's it.
Listen, James ours is public street.
Yeah.
They're building it and if you get part of. it,
Okay,
it's public street.
okay, so 2019.
I don't know, Susan might remember the.
all I remember is it was part of the site plan approval.
But it was the
I don't
original.
remember what the history of
It
it
was the original.
I
I
forgot.
think it was the second.
All I know is it was
I went
part
through
of the
the
site
town
plan.
earlier today, so I don't know what it would look like, I don't know, it's nothing, you know. I think it was.
I don't remember who
Yeah.
proposed it or what, I don't remember.
They don't color to it.
It'll look nice.
It
Does
is,
any-
so
does-
I did have one thing, I mean, they are. This says 7 AM to 5 PM,
No, I called Mike today. You said 24.
I was gonna say it needs to be 24/7.
It's 24/7.
That's definitely is.
Because I said, I want to make sure everybody knows that tonight, 24/7,
Yeah.
for 7 days.
Do we need to amend this at any?
But they're not gonna be working at night, because that will be a disaster with the rest of us.
No, they're not working at night. The problem is that you can't
You can't ride.
ride over it
Right.
because it's got a cure.
So it's just in front of the courthouse,
Right.
basically, okay,
Yeah.
so there'll be.
Oh, I think I amended
Cross.
it on my end, but didn't give you a new one,
I
sorry.
was gonna say it's.
Yeah, I took out the set 9 to 7, whatever it was.
So it's on Forester.
No,
No.
it's the crosswalk across from the courthouse, the Union Hotel.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that- the little crosswalk is.
Yeah,
No,
now
but she's talking about where the
But
street
and
is
you can
actually.
drive around, it's
Oh,
like, yeah.
Patton will be open and Main Street will be
So
open
people can still keep that.
and Bunnell Street will be open. So you can still go down Bunnell and take a right to Patton to get to here.
Bloomfield? Open, yeah.
Bloomfield.
And you're gonna be able to walk on the sidewalks, right?
Bloomfield's open.
Moving like that.
Yes, you'll be able to
Yeah,
walk.
yeah.
The sidewalks, you just can't walk on them,
Right,
that's fine,
and-
you guys.
Maple Avenue will be open and I believe Course Place will be open.
Yeah, so you can make a left on Maple.
But the place will be there directly.
Okay, so. Okay,
All right, any other discussion? Roll call please.
Councilman Arise,
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasari,
yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
and Council President Parker.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2026-88, resolution awarding the Flemington Library elevator repair contract to Uplift Elevator Company LLC, not to exceed $8,258. Can I have a motion, please? Herbert will move. Is there a second?
Sarah will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Arias,
Yes.
Council Vice President Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasara,
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
and Council President Parker.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2026-89, resolution to award the base bid for 200 Main Street ADA and sign improvement project to Donald Baker Mason Contractors, Inc., 1070 US Route 22, Lebanon, New Jersey, 08833, in the amount of $131,306.30. Borough of Flemington, O'Connor County, New Jersey. Can I have a motion, please?
Herbert will move.
Is there a second?
Herbert second.
Any discussion?
I just wanna know what this is about. What exactly are they doing? Yeah.
I don't remember the state.
So this is the stuff that's not finished. It's the sign in the front. It's the
Sign
ADA
Where?
And the police
and
department.
the police department. This is all police department stuff. This is all making it, this is the rest of the ADA stuff. And we are getting full reimbursement for all this work. Expected to come in from the DCA through the county at some point in the near future. So we're gonna get reimbursed for this work. We have to pay for it. Well, we can't wait,
Yeah.
okay?
Gotta be done.
This is part of this current phase. To get this whole ADA stuff finished.
Okay.
This is building. It's gonna be here.
How does this differ than what bid is giving police department their sign? Is that's completely different than that? Cause bid is giving them money for a sign.
Well, actually, I wanted to verify my understanding of this, Chris. If I read this resolution correctly, we're not awarding the sign work, we're only awarding the ADA compliance work.
That's my
Do you
understanding.
want to go to Bill? Bill's on.
Cause that's not really clear.
Bill, are you on there?
Wait, hold on, Bill. Where did we go? Okay, unmute yourself.
The funding source will only allow for the award of the base bid, which is the ADA work.
Okay.
The alternate bid is the sign improvement was not part of the grant agreement.
Right,
Okay.
because the bid's paying.
Of the,
Okay.
so with the different rows here in this table, the top row is the ADA compliance work,
Mhm.
and that's what we're awarding.
Understood. Thank you.
Bill, do you want to add anything to that?
No, that's correct. We're just doing the ADA part. The state would not pay for the sign portion, so that's why we're just doing the ADA.
So can
It's
Bill,
confusing.
I think why everybody's confused, and I understand why now that clarification about the alternate and the base bid was just mentioned. The ADA work, that includes like the ADA restroom and that scope of work, correct?
It's the ramp outside. I
The
believe.
outside ramp,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't-
and the
I
and the
think-
handrails that go along with it?
correct. Yes.
Okay, so this does not include the money that the county gave us last year for the ADA bathroom inside?
No.
Is this all exterior work?
I believe this is all. Yes, it is all exterior. The bathrooms are already accounted for.
Okay, so it's
so yeah.
$131,000 for an ADA ramp and railings. More than one?
That I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Rob Martucci that question.
Marcia, do you know the scope of this since you're the commissioner?
I think it's just the one, but the grading is really bad over there.
It's complicated.
Very
It's probably a
complicated.
switchback.
So I think it's just the one.
That's for the,
But it's a
that's for the
long
front.
It's for the front of the building?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long one.
Yeah, it's probably coming from the driveway
Yeah.
up to the main stairs.
Right, but the
Yeah.
state is paying for this, reimbursing us for it
Right.
fully. And we're anticipating the state providing more money towards ADA reimbursement coming forward.
Well, I can say that I mean, just from my own personal experience, that's approximately, that's an appropriate amount for the scope that you're describing, now that I understand what the scope is.
Yeah.
I think it was a little confusing the way it was worded, only
Exactly.
because when I first read this, I'm like, how many ADA signs are they putting up? I actually thought it was all ADA signage. I had no idea it was the ramp and now that that's clarified, I'm much more comfortable with this amount. So thank you for that clarification. Yeah.
Any other discussion? Roll call please.
Councilman Rice,
Yes.
Councilwoman Engelhardt,
Yes.
Councilwoman Fasara,
Yes.
Councilwoman Herbert,
Yes.
Councilman Levitt,
Yes.
Council President Parker.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
There is no work session. Before I move on to public comment,
It's been
number
fun.
2, Councilwoman, sorry, did you want to make a comment about the environmental cleanup day? It was not part of your report.
Oh, I'm sorry, was focused on other things. Yes, the cleanup day is May 30th with a rain date of 5/31. We will meet at the DPW. I'm getting some snacks. We're looking for snacks, water as well. It will be all over the town and we're looking at from 10 till 2. You don't have to be there the whole time, but some people 10 a.m. till 2. You don't have to be there the whole time. I do believe the Boy Scouts have already been engaged, but would love to see some of the other community members. And Brandon, we are going to focus on the trolley stops on the historic house front.
Great, thank you. All right, we're up to public comment session number 2. Anybody wishing to make a comment, raise your hand up the line. Come to the microphone from the audience.
Oh my gosh, look at these people. Alice, you're up, Ally.
3 minutes, Ally.
Hi, Allie Norton, 29 East Main Street. I spoke to Mike Campion about the awarding of the state reimbursement grant for the police building because FID was originally going to pay for 50% of the sign out front. Because it's no longer part of the scope of the work that the state's reimbursing, I just am wondering if we need to rebid it out in order to do that from the FID, or if we can follow our process working alongside DPW and police on identifying a vendor to get the sign done, since FID is covering the whole expense.
It sounds like a legal question,
As to the,
whether they need to bid that out.
what's the first, oh, it would be the estimated
It
value.
would definitely be over 17,000, right, Ally?
But that's
It'd
a
be
bit,
over
it would be
17,000.
more than that, it'd be like for you guys, 46,000.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the
Our
sign did originally, Ally?
So the sign, when it was submitted 4 years ago, I believe the placeholder number was 50,000 for how much it was going to cost. But I
So
say that again.
Out again, or can they just work? They have to bid it out.
If the estimated value is above the bid threshold, which that would be,
Yes, you have to bid it out again, Ally.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay, you can work with my hand, go hands on that. Anybody else from the public?
actually made the current bid threshold, which always gets lost in that, is 53,000, so she
53.
really have to look at, it's close, Bill is. You know,
Ally, if you're still on, you might want to make some phone calls around and see if you can get some estimates. If it's below 53,000, then you can get quotes. If it's above that, you have to go out to bid.
yeah, I mean, Bill.
Okay, we'll do that. We will absolutely do that. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else?
Yeah, hold on. Connor. Unmute yourself. Connor?
What's his last name?
Connor Atkinson from the firehouse.
Oh, Connor Atkinson, you have to unmute yourself if you want to address the council.
Kim? You could do it.
Or lower.
Connor,
your
can
hand. I have a
you,
Question.
I'm asking you to unmute.
Oh, he logged in again.
He's
There's a
almost
second,
there.
there's a second, Connor Atkinson.
Oh, I see, yeah, he's probably having trouble. The one.
Hello, can you hear me now?
There
We
we
can
go.
hear you now. Please
Yeah,
state-
sorry about that. Yes.
Connor, I need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
Okay, Connor Atkinson, 20 Pennsylvania Avenue, Flemington, New Jersey. Just a quick public notice. 1 week from today is May 4th, International Firefighters Day. Some people call it Star Wars Day. The Flemington Fire Department and Chick-fil-A will be hosting a Touch a Truck event at the Chick-fil-A in Flemington, 287 US 20231. I believe one of our trucks will definitely be there, and come see the truck, maybe get some food. 15% of all mobile orders, 50% of the proceeds from all mobile orders from 4 to 8 p.m. will come directly to us to help us with our volunteer stuff and all the other volunteer funding. So if you can come by, that'd be great. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. We'd love to see everyone there. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Anybody else from the public?
I'm sorry, did he give a time on that?
4 till 8 p.m.
Sorry, I missed that part, thank you.
But it has to be mobile, I guess mobile. order.
Yeah.
Then they get off.
I don't see anybody else.
Back on the agenda. So, all right, that's the end of public comment then. Payment of bills, can I have a motion please to authorize payment of bills in the amount of $896,486.20?
Herbert move.
Is there a second? Herbert, second. Roll call please, Councilman Arias.
Yes.
Council Vice President Eagle.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sorrow. Yes. Councilwoman Howard.
Yes.
Councilwoman Levitt.
Yes.
And Council President Parker.
Yes.
Okay, there's no executive session, can I have a motion to adjourn please?
Herbert move.
For a second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You finally got to motion.
Okay.